because I'm a skeptic. I don't necessarily believe in ghosts and hauntings and all that stuff. It's never been my thing. But I always come back and go, and it had to be a prank.
Weird things were happening. I felt presence that I've never felt of before. While sleeping, I would feel like
apparitions split the veil. The partition is broken. Psychic premonitions from ethereal lips whisper what is yet to exist. I stand in between those worlds, drinking the ink spilled from your quill, inebriated by a paranormal will.
This next video that we're about to watch is about 6 minutes. I'm locked in. It caught my attention. I was just prepared to just go fully into it, but I didn't want to rob my audience of sharing in this experience with me. So I stopped it, went back, and said, let's go ahead and watch this one together. As you'll see throughout time, I like a variety of different things. This one is no different. Yeah, I won't keep you very long. I'm going to jump into it right now. And yeah, let me know what y'all think about this particular video.
I mean, just looking at these bunkers, you start to realize how incredibly ambitious of a feat this is to drill into the side of a cliff and decide to build an entire network of tunnels that are connected and well armed and strategically placed so that you can hit the targets you want to hit. Oh, look, there's another one. Oh my God, look at this. That is just at the base of this cliff. Oh my goodness. And it's hidden. The only reason I can see it is because I am above it. But if you're looking at it straight on, you don't see it. It blends in perfectly. Look at that. There's one behind all of these little facades. They're just guns that are hiding in the wall of this cliff. By the 1800s, the Swiss were really good at digging into mountains, building cable cars, trains. They got really good. And that prowess for digging became incredibly useful in the 1940s when their situation looked like this. Surrounded by fascist regimes that are quickly taking over Europe very effectively, these two allies, Italy and
You can't convince me that we don't have the technology, cures, can't reach the bottom of the ocean or even explore space. Videos like this make me wonder just how much our government and how much the military really keeps from the public eye. For someone to be able to create something like that in a mountain at the angle with the precision says a lot about the intellect of human beings, especially when you're motivated.
Germany, with Switzerland kind of sandwiched right in the middle. Neutral Switzerland wanted to stay out of the war. So they did whatever it took. But one of the major things they did when they wanted to stay neutral was they started digging. They turned their mountains into a literal giant fortress. Yes, you heard me right. They turned their mountains into a fortress. Or I guess technically, if you're a military nerd, a redoubt. Redoubt just means basically an impenetrable fortress that is dug into the ground. But redoubts usually look like this, one fortress. Switzerland wanted to turn their entire Alpine region, which is like a huge part of their country, into a giant redoubt. I'm gonna explain to you the strategy in just a second, like what the thinking was here, because it's a little paradoxical and weird, and war is weird. But yeah, the point is here that they started digging and started creating what one historian has called the biggest fortress in Europe. I'm at the base of the Swiss Alps right now, and I'm in a village that is very Switzerland. It's got a lot of grass and cows and barns, but a few of these barns, like this one behind me, have a little secret inside.
Have a good light, huh? When I open it.
Wow. What? This gun is massive, has a range of 21 kilometers. And this is just one of 4 barn bunkers that are all connected to each other in this village. We're going down here. So now we're in the tunnels. Oh my gosh, wow. Yes. So we're just walking under the green grass and the cows right now. Oh my goodness.
The grenades is 10.5 centimeter grenade. You have to use this shell for the explosions exit, and the whole thing looks like that.
Oh, it's like a giant bullet.
Yeah, shows to the people that they have to be quiet if they to protect all our army secrets. Normal people and the soldiers say, hey, shh.
How much of the world is hidden from us that we don't know about? I'm betting everything that there's the only thing that we know about is the sewers and the construction work is going down there, messing around with power lines and sewage and this, that. We don't really even know what's down there other than what they show us.
I'm currently inside of the largest bunker in all of Switzerland. It is massive. I mean, look at this place. 30,000 square meters of space, which is 300,000 square feet for those imperial people out there like me. And I'm hanging out with Eric, who currently owns the bunker.
This is where the crew was taking the showers. Showering 85 meters of rock above you.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the deepest showers in the world. He's been showing me giant cannons and the sleeping quarters and the hospital and the giant generators that have provided electricity for this place. From the outside, this thing does not look big at all. Wow. Look at that. That is amazing. A reminder.
This is cool as hell. It's creepy, but it's cool as hell, man. I would have loved to have been there to take a tour of that. Like, and that shower was clean as hell. That shower is better structured than prison. That, yo, I'm trying to tell you, like, this is in Switzerland, so I can imagine there's other countries who have their stuff set up like this too. And you know, I asked myself another question: the way that they have all of this built underground and all of this, the way that they really took time out to make sure that this was designed the way it was. You had to have had plans, blueprints, schematics. You had to have the full deck ready to go, preparing for something. That doesn't look like something that was just made for show at all. That looks like something that was created because they knew that it was going to be needed then and probably later on at some point in life. And for maybe they got some pretty good janitors, custodians, because it looks clean as hell. But nothing about any of that looked like it was outdated at all, except for maybe I don't know.
Reminder that every time you see a little door in the forest that goes into a bunker, it's probably a massive network of tunnels.
2 meters of concrete here at the entrance.
You go inside of this door and you are let into a labyrinth of tunnels and weaponry.
8 kilometers of walkways.
8 Oh, and with the most gnarly doors you've ever seen in your life. They're quadruple fortified with huge slabs of concrete.
This is like 2 meters of concrete. You sit behind there with a rifle and be able to protect the entrances.
No one is getting into this bunker anytime soon. There's a bunker right here. Look at this. This is not a rock. This is a door. These little doors in the middle of the forest. So unassuming, so benign. But boy, if you knew what was inside. Let's be clear, this isn't normal. Most countries don't bore into mountains as their defense strategy. But Switzerland isn't like other countries.
When you live in Switzerland, you never really have a sense of threat. We're Switzerland, we're neutral, right? Nothing gonna happen to us.
So instead of forming alliances and sending troops, they dug. And the results are nearly 10,000 of these, scattered all throughout the country. And that is what I've been searching for. Okay, where are you, my bunkers? Where are you, my bunkers? Ah, I see something down there. That is not natural erosion on this cliff. I keep looking for more and more, and I'm realizing there are too many for me to fly to. Like, there are dozens up there. This cliff is just riddled with little windows, totally primed and prepped to just light up this entire valley if there was an invading army from the north. Oh, and it's not just the mountains. I also discovered hundreds of thousands of bunkers dug under Swiss homes, a further expression of the Swiss habit of digging to remain neutral. The bunkers are at the center of a discussion that is heating up as the world becomes dangerous again. So Switzerland is once again debating what these bunkers mean to them, and what it means to be safe, secure, and neutral in a changing world.